sir. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Strife and it's Jagdtiger. This is a tier 9 game on Lakeville. Ooh. Yeah. So of course, as always before, oops, I forgot to change the chat. And what was the other thing that I always forget to do at the start of a game? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyways, as always, before we start a game, or while we're getting going, whatever, if you want to support the channel directly, the best way to do so is my GameWisp account. It's linked in the description below. And that's the service that lets me give back to you guys for you supporting the channel. Stuff like TeamSpeak access, or entered into giveaways that are only done for the GameWisp users, or priorities with platooning with me, stuff like that. Yeah, so as we get into this game, we see that we have a scout tank that's kind of... Wow, we got lit. That's interesting. That's because we were 2 go down, and their scout tank is sitting in either this bush or he's up here, but most likely he's over here. Our scout tank is too far back to be really very useful. Really, he needs to be in the next bush farther up in order to be able to spot the stuff that's crossing here. So he's only lighting them as they get to here instead of while they're crossing this gap here, which is really the kill zone. If you can light them as they cross this gap, then your team can just go to work on them. Now we're going to flip into Strife's perspective as he looks at this hill. It's a particularly interesting hill. You can see the way it slopes, and this tells him exactly what he needs to do while he's here. The tree in front of him is also of particular interest. Oh, look at enemy tank. That's a little bit more interesting. He doesn't bother scoping in until after he fires the shot. Reloads, and he's aiming for the front drive wheel. He doesn't manage. Did he? It's hard to tell if he actually connected with the front drive wheel. The T-30 stops dead. I should think that if he connected that shell, the T-30 would not have stopped. T-30 is dead now, so I'm going to assume, yeah. That in fact, he did in fact take out the front drive wheel of that T-30, froze him in place. For some reason, the T-30 either didn't have a repair kit or elected not to use it and died as a result. And that's amazing. Our team is slamming into each other and hurting themselves. That's just great. So Strife is looking around for another target. He may or may not see the light tank out on the... Oh. What he does see, however, is the fact that none of our heavy tanks are in the city. And so their team has free reign over the city. And so they're pushing straight into his position. He's going to do his best to hide his lower places, but when the enemy's shooting gold, it makes it less... Well... It's more of a challenge to defend yourself against gold. Though when they shoot your gun mantle, really, that was one of the few parts on the tank that this i6 could not pen. And nope, not that. That shot is not going to succeed. But Strife starts to... I was going to say he starts to pull back, but he doesn't actually do that. Putting a nice shot into the cheek of the i6 turret, penning it. And whatnot. Now, he does have a Skoda behind him, pumping shots into this poor T-32, but the Skoda does have, in fact, have a clip, and when the clip runs out, the Skoda is useless for the next, I want to say 20 seconds, but I don't actually know how long the Skoda's reload is. Unfortunately, firing into the front of that turret on the IS-6, he wants to aim for the cheeks in order to have a guaranteed pen. He is, however, firing gold, so you want to aim for something not an auto-bounce angle. Oh, I thought he was going to put one through that. Man, shooting for the T-54 almost hits the T-32, and he's almost out of gold rounds. He is, however, down to one ally as he blows the T-54's tracks off. With his second to last gold round, he's going to have to start making these shots really count if he wants to get out of this alive. And now getting shot in the side from the road, finally taking out that IS-6. He can actually push forward now if he wants to. The T-54 being on very low health. Both of these guys being a one-shot. The M13 is going to push forward with him, it looks like. And these two are going to have to start. No, the M13 gets taken out from the road, giving... shooting into the T-32's two gun metal is never going to work. Gets tracked, should be repairing it. Yep, he does. And... shot, takes it, the T-32. T-54 not paying attention where he's going, crashes into a rock, but manages to take out Strife's tracks. However, because Strife has enough friendlies still behind him, the T-54 is hesitant about rounding the rocks and doesn't. Wow. Okay. There's E1 in the neighborhood taking out our IS-6. E1 takes out the IS-6, but we get revenge. And the lightweight that's been out there this entire time is still there, but now he's got Strife's full attention on him, and he's trying to pen the front of a Jagdtiger with APUCR rounds. Probably not going to work the way he wants. Our RU-251 is chasing down the lightweight, and he finds him, and the RU has more health, and the RU has backup. So if the lightweight comes out from that hollow, then he's going to die. So it's really just going to come down to which of these two is more skilled at playing their tank. Also, well, now the RU has some backup, but it doesn't matter. He still wins the brawl all by himself. 3 enemy tanks left alive, all of them at their base, being picked off by the Lorien 40T by the looks of it. Lorien's got a clip, so once that clip is done, then he will be vulnerable. But the enemy team looks like they're satisfied with huddling in a corner and trying not to die. Which obviously is not going to work. Wow, this game has been intense and fast paced, unfortunately. Okay, so so the enemy Jagdtiger is such a bad sport that he has decided to start spouting the location of his teammates to our team, and so which is this guy? I can't block him. That's sad. Anybody who is willing to give away friendly positions is someone I don't ever want to hear from again. So normally I block them, but unfortunately I can't since it's a replay. Sad face. M13 is going to be dead as soon as we reload, if not sooner. Looks like shot missed. That's unfortunate. Then the Lorien is probably going to get both kills as autoloader tends to prevail. Yeah. Oh no, the RU either rammed him or... Look at that. Oh, I thought I paused the game. My bad. Crap. I did pause the game. It just didn't pause. That's amazing. Okay. What I was trying to point out is that the FCM killed the Lorien after he died, apparently. According to the death log over here. So that was means he had fired, died, and then the shot connected with the Lorien and killed him. Which is an interesting little end. Poor Lorien did so well in that game, only to die at the end. Mastery badge, first class, duelist, fighter, and fire for effect. Sadly, if since he got kills, he didn't get a Confederate. And since he only got 4 kills, he didn't actually snag a Top Gun. And apparently he didn't get shot enough for a steel wall. Oh well. 3,500 damage done, though, for 4 kills. And our RU-251 deserves some credits. He definitely participated. Yeah, it was well done. The Lorien, of course, deserves props, though. He died, so really, he doesn't get many props. Really, It died. Oh, look at that. One more shot, and we would have gotten a steel wall. Never mind, I'm not going to see if anyone else did get the steel wall, but I'm kind of curious. 19 shots fired, 9 penetrations, 14 direct hits, so unfortunately a lot of bounces, and non-pens, which is just unfortunate. Some spine damage, and well done overall, holding that flank without Strife on the flank, holding it as firmly as he had been. That would have been a crushing defeat, I have almost no doubt. The fact that none of our heavy tanks ventured into the city is a great way to lose any game. So, thank you all for watching. Again, if you want to support the channel directly, the best way, as always, is my Game Wisp account linked in the description below, or you can simply hit that like button, which saves you, well, time and energy and a little bit of money, I guess. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.